Disclaimer. This game is a work of fiction. Any persons, people, events that resemble true events are purely coincidence. And with that, hi, I'm Keegan, and this is A Bunch of Gamers. This is our 208th episode of Werewolf the Apocalypse 20th Anniversary Edition, The Endless Labyrinth. I'm going to let my players introduce themselves.
I'm Tyler, and I play Kyle, also known as Guards the Low. He's a Philodox of the Children of Gaia.
Hi, I'm Sam. I play Cora. She's an Aruna in the Geta Fenris.
Hi, I'm Adam. I play Mark Guides the Fallen, and he's a Thurge of the Children of Gaia.
Hi, I'm Sean. I play Zeb Speaks-in-Sweet-Whispers. He is a Theurge of the Silent Striders.
Hello, my name is Riley, and I am playing Dimitri Howls-In-Memory, Lupus Galliard of the Bone Gnawers.
Hi, my name is George. I am playing William Grows-Matrices. He is a rune of the Glasswalkers.
Last time, the Pax had entered the capital and discovered raging war upon the United States' own people. Soldiers taking people to human traffic them to ammunition factories so that they could continue their war effort against China after several nuclear strikes across the nation. Working with the local Bone Gnawers, the Pax then took out a general who was one of the primary architects of this corruption and hate, and now must prepare to close a wound in the Umbra that leads to the Dark Umbra, the land of the dead. You guys have completed that. The city is, of course, in a panic after that general died, as the chain of command is quickly trying to fill itself out, given the already disarrayed situation of Washington, D.C. But Banes have started slowing down being born in the city proper over these past few days, as you guys are able to recover. And the other pack from the Mall of America in the Umbra are now able to help you directly with your cleansing ritual.
Before we do that, I want to use Death's Dust on that general that we killed.
All right, sounds good.
What does that do?
It lets me talk to somebody that we just killed.
Oh.
I will do it in the Umbra, wearing his uniform in Hamid.
Okay.
Because that's where I put his body.
Yep.
Did we want to go with the dumbass name that I gave you, or did we come up with a name for this dude?
The general's name is, go with, Stephen Warhorn.
God.
I know writers who use subtext, and they're all cowards.
Oh, man. Sounds like this dude freaking had his name changed when he was 20, okay.
It's the worst possible timeline. It's the world of darkness, baby.
Yeah. Fucking goddamn. All right. What's
in
the
the
name?
It's terrible, but it's cringy.
It is. Like, it threw me off with that terrible fucking name. Oh, my God.
The horror has to be both in character and out of character.
Okay. So it does. Anyone that wants to be there, fine. The only thing that Zeb will say is I'm going to try to keep attention on him. If Kyle could assist by watching this dude's as much body language as a ghost can have, to see if we're actually effectively deceiving him or not, that'd be greatly helpful. And I will use Death's Dust on this corpse to waken the general.
The corpse starts to awaken, eyes kind of instantly snapping open, taking a breath of nothing at all.
Steven, I owe you so much. Your guardian angel finally got his wings. But I have to tell you, my friend, every rung on the ladder that you ascended was a scar on my body. But it all worked out in the end. But let's have a talk, my friend, as you sit here in God's waiting room. What have we learned?
Where am I?
As I said, you are dead. I am your guardian angel. Stephen, I've been with you all this time, and all those battles that we've fought, they worked out a little bit differently for me. But still, in the end, lucky me. The scars weren't too deep. They didn't hold me back too much. Now we need to talk. It's been a long time since you and I have talked, and somebody else cares a lot about what you have to say.
Oh, God. What is there to say? I did everything I could for my country.
The Nuremberg defense is a poor one, Stephen. They will not like that. What were you told to do, Stephen? What did they ask for you? What mortal concerns weighed upon you?
Break their will, so that order could return.
I feel like that isn't congruent with the Constitution that your ilk holds so high regard. I answer to a higher power, which is not constrained by such things, but that is unfortunate. What did she want you to do besides restore order?
Shatter their will. Only with a broken populace could we perhaps form a nation strong enough to her will to maybe win this war. Too many freedoms, too many conflicting ideas. Not enough, not one will, not like China, he says, without a hint of understanding how racist he just was.
Who was pulling her strings? Don't tell me you didn't look. Don't tell me you didn't check. Only a fool wouldn't have checked.
She was taking it from various advisors. Her and the VP started getting more and more advisors, started looking at things, doing war games. She'd become hardened after the nuclear strikes. It seems whatever seeds were planted grew to fruition, and honestly, about time, she shed that liberal coat and showed us that she was still an American and had some armor underneath it.
Well, I am afraid, my friend, that your nationalism isn't going to save you from what's to come, as it sounds like you're both unwilling to cooperate and unwilling to see the errors of your ways. I foresee much suffering. Again, a name. Who is pulling the strings? Who led to her rise?
The standards. I know there was the pack for sensible government energy reform, the pack of American trade power, the pack of Americans, the American, I can't, there's so many. It was just like anything else. You follow the money, and you have a general idea of who was pulling the strings.
Well, I just want you to know, my friend, as I ascend, you will be a mighty trophy to the great rabble and the scabs that you picked and the poor people that you made suffer. They will have their vengeance upon you and their family. Goodbye.
As he goes, please, just... I was a faithful man. I was told God forgives all sins as long as I take Jesus into my heart.
That was a lie.
As the corpse kind of starts to convulse with weeping.
I will dismiss said effect.
As the corpse stops, the head goes down and the eyes remain open with this stricken look of absolute horror.
Excellent. We can bring this wherever we need to and have it displayed as ever the guru of the city think it need to be. I do wonder if this means that one member of our friends group might have been responsible to making some of these things happen in DC. A lot of words about will this, having will do that. That's not normally a thing that just one slappy human being comes up with beyond, I don't know, a textbook. We'll go back to the Sept, leave this dude on the other side, let the crew there know that they can put their trophy and pose them, Weekend at Bernie style, wherever they care to. And we'll figure out step 2, y'all. What do we think we need to do next? We have another pack to assist us now. Is that what we want to do next?
Cleansing?
It might not be that direct, but, I mean, yeah.
Well, I don't see that it would hurt anything, and if it helps us get to the place that we need to get to find see if there is an artifact here, then
Agreed.
And with another pack, it'll be easier to cleanse anyway.
Yeah, we can be about it. They're still out there just battling Banes, right? I mean, it's a little bit better for them, but that pack is just out.
Yeah, they
there.
They battle Banes, but now they're actually able to come back to the Sept to relax every now and then.
Okay. I'd say let's talk to them, see if they have an idea of where to start, and make sure they haven't seen anything like some of the insanely powerful monster banes that we've seen around some of the other spots that we needed to cleanse before.
The fumelings are powerful, especially around the initial site, but there's also twisted spirits of liberty, half melted, and scrags everywhere around the blast site. That one is going to be the most of a lot. The larger banes have already left off and started feeding deeper in the city, where the crackdowns were the hardest. It's why you taking out the general was so important to us.
All right, then. So we make our way to do that in order to get to the cleansing part. What do we think?
One of the Galliards speaks up. I have an idea, if you don't mind.
Please.
It'll put some strain on us, but you cleansing is the most important part of all this. And so, what if I used the gift Call the Wild to increase my howling ability, and then performed Call the Worm as far away as humanly possible from you all? That would draw every bane in the area to us where we made the call. That would include banes in the other direction, unfortunately, but it seems like the best we can do.
If we're going to go that route, do we really need all 6 of us helping with the cleanse, or should some of us stay here?
The blight is
to help
incredibly
out?
powerful, and the more who accompany a rite makes it easier to succeed.
Well, then how about we perform that right here, and I can put it in this device and then activate it later. So we can all participate now, and then also participate in the fight. So we lose less Guru.
Well, regardless, performing the rite will draw banes to us. If we perform it here at the Cairn, then we draw banes to the Cairn.
Well, then would it still not be better to perform it farther away to draw the banes from the location that we want to cleanse, and then go cleanse the location after?
It won't go as far. You draw the local banes. I'm saying we can call. The banes will take time. They have to go to the spot that they heard the howl. We don't have to stand there and fight.
Okay. I misunderstood then.
No, this is a good plan. And then in the event that we call banes back to our location, it's the same thing. It's not like they'll instantaneously appear. I mean, some might, but it's manageable at that point. We can move to one another as the circumstances unfold. When you all are rested and prepared, we'll be ready to go.
All right. So they will go. They're talking. They have ideas, actually. Given how things have been going, they're thinking of going actually relatively close to the hotel you guys were at. And the reason is that while some of the banes will be hunting Garu, others will see twisted human souls that they could enter and create Fomori. Creating Fomori is not ideal, but since they'll be going and doing guerrilla wars with the soldiers anyway, and their heightened senses, it would keep banes busy longer.
Keegan, can I have a knowledge check on that? If there's anything to refute with that claim,
Sure.
Because that's is it into cult or?
Yeah, it's into cult.
Okay, diff.
Diff 6. Yeah, so banes are typically attracted to people with ill intent, people who do terrible things. They will be. But the plan is that if the banes are there, and some of the weaker banes specifically, they are more interested in causing things without any sort of like long-term planning. So all of the weaker, more, I guess, quote-unquote stupid banes, which they are more numerous, would probably do that. The more intelligent ones that can actually do kind of like long-term planning might not. They wouldn't be compelled to do that. It is in many ways monstrous, and the only reason this might not be a litany violation is simply because they do plan on killing those Fomori later, and because this is such a desperate times leads to desperate desperate times and all that. So, but
yeah, desperate measures, and that was why I wanted to roll, because I mean that is an insanely dangerous thing to do under normal circumstances.
Yep.
And the great elder will happily agree with these younger Garu. It's still like, that's really fucking dangerous. Fomori are still a massive pain in the ass, and they are difficult to kill. Okay. Well, this will mean then that we absolutely cannot leave, no matter how this turns out, because now there will be the possibility of a great outgrowth of Fomori. So prior to our champion, Cora Two-Hearts, caving in the head of the president, she will have to slay many Fomori first, which I feel like this is all the genesis of your plan to persuade me, Cora, was for you to kill as many people or as many Fomori and worm spawn as possible. So well done. You have coerced me for not the first time and likely not the last. Excellent. Are we in agreement then? Our friends here will aid us with their incredibly brave action. We will move quickly then to perform our rite. What you remind me of, William, is next time we need to do one of these things, we perform the rite, use your mighty artifact, and are in a better position for when we have to do this again. I will mention you at the next moot.
I'll agree as long as they agree to take these, and Mark will hand to their pack leader the 2 Ishtara flowers he has.
We thank you for these mighty talents.
This is a mighty task you're taking upon yourself. You will need these.
All right.
No.
And break. So, you guys will start heading towards the blast scar.
Indeed.
All right. You wait a little bit when you hear this howl in the distance. It is incredibly loud as you see the Banes, all their heads starting to snap as they start start crawling that way. It's almost like, and on the horizon, it almost looks like a sea of bodies moving and walking and swaying in that direction, or flying as the few other Banes do. Fumelings flying, and even from the White House, you see a horrible Bane that's inky and crafted of shadow and smoke and hate, buzzing around in the form of a dragon whose emerald eyes rip out from the White House and begin to fly that direction. Its tail whipping back and forth with the end of a scorpion's sting.
Out of character, is that all within expectations?
The giant dragon one seems a little like, oh shit.
All right. Yeah. I mean, yes. I'm like, but I just wanted to. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't like, yeah. Obviously, Kyle knew that was going to be there. I wanted to.
But the sea is terrifying only because you had an idea, but it's a different thing of seeing it right. Is they essentially called a 5-mile radius worth of Banes to their location in a place that was infested with them.
So they're going to need to move quick.
Yes.
Indeed.
Very quick.
Let's be away then.
All right. Who wants to make the rite of cleansing roll?
Mark wants to.
All right. What was that? That's
a chord.
It's a chord. So charisma.
Charisma rituals.
Charisma rituals. Because you have enough people here, and you guys decide to do this at sunset to double decrease the difficulty. It is diff 8.
Oh! I'm gonna mully that.
Mully that.
Okay.
All right, you only need 1 success.
Keegan's all being friendly to Mark, and then not really. Well done.
As you accomplish it, and not too soon, everything kind of stops, or the cleanse happens. The rift kind of stabilizes, but it is still a rift to the underworld. It appears that Den Realm got sucked into the Dark Umbra. But it is not so porous that it is just spewing ghosts out now. And so it seems that the Fetish is in fact in the Dark Umbra, and you hear a roar on the horizon as a great dragon senses your rite of cleansing and begins making its way back.
I think an impromptu visit to the Dark Umbra is in order.
Well, we know what we're going to see on the way out. All right, are we going in?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yep.
All right.
Let's go.
Come on.
All right, each pack, Gnosis roll, difficulty 4. Instantaneously for both of you, everyone, strength athletics rolls right now as the winds of the maelstrom strike you as you shift dimensions.
Is that enough successes to help somebody else, like grab their collar or something?
Oh,
After they face the
jeez.
consequences of their initially failed roll, yes.
Fair enough.
We are technically in Hamid, right?
Nah, man.
No, you're in Krynos, bud.
I would not have
Well,
gone
you're in the
into this
Umbra.
in Hamid.
William just
That's
like,
terrifying.
cowards! Just standing there as he sees a sea of Banes. Cowards! I'll do fisticuffs as gentlemen!
I got a gun.
I misunderstood where we were at. Okay.
We shall be pugilists.
Well then,
God, all those dice and no successes for Mark.
Hey, man, you kind of succeeded where it counted. This will just be entertainment value.
Yeah. This is the comic relief part. I've accepted my.
So please re-roll.
Yep. I will just re-roll now.
Thank you.
Straight up. There we go.
Alright, as you stand there, Mark, you go in, and the wind shocks you in a way that you were not prepared for, as your Krynos form gets hit so hard by a chunk of dead brush and dead piece and then parts of rubble, because the destruction of all these monuments created shadows in this place, memories destroyed of things that had meaning. And so marble from the destroyed Congress building start flying and pelting you, slamming you hard, and you take 3 points of bashing damage that you cannot regenerate until you are out of the wind.
After getting his pelting, Mark will hit the ground, pretty much. Try to get as low to whatever ground he's on.
Now, you can do a perception survival to try and pick up any sort of trail. The difficulty is 9 minus your occult. So the higher your occult, the easier the difficulty. But if you don't have survival...
I do have survival.
Oh, hell yeah, brother.
Early character, freebie points spent 6 years ago, comes to the rescue. Useless skill you never rolled but spent 2 dots in, like buying 2 dots of farming for our listeners, and insight into character sheets. Yeah!
All right. You see actually several tracks, and you actually see literal glimmers, almost like shards of glass, but looking at them, they are tattered pieces of reality made solid form of the former Den Realm that used to live here, as the pieces of liberty slowly dwell and die and are absorbed by this place to never return. But the trail leads on, and you see footsteps, likely of ghosts who came here to at least raid these more recent explosions for supplies that might at least give you respite from the storm.
My only question from the metaphysical perspective is there any way, enigmas or otherwise, that we could take shards of these pieces of liberty to try and take them with us?
You can try, yes. You can try and hold on to them. You can try and place them in a magpie swag. They will have different varying successes. You may have to try and bind these shards into weapons, or at least symbols that are meaningful to you to keep them alive longer, especially in this place that is draining them quickly.
Right. That was purely just a dumb Sean idea. I draw no other players into that narrative piece of time. I just wanted to know.
So what's the plan?
I will attempt to collect one, just because Zeb has charged himself with doing so, and to safeguard it. And otherwise, after that, we will just keep going. Probably to find respite first. So finding respite will be the priority, and then try to safeguard one of those shards before we make our way further.
All right. So you grab one of the shards. What are you going to do with it? How are you going to safeguard it? Just out of curiosity.
And the thing is, because there's all kinds of things that just Zeb carries with him, all that are just normally bound to him, that he Needs to be because right of binding. This is actually if I've made a talent out of one of these things, right?
Yes. And that will
Okay,
release the
I have
spirit
this-
after the talent was used.
Okay. Fuck that. I have this dude's uniform that I fucking murdered. I will bind it back to what that uniform was supposed to stand for, which was standing for liberty, not being a piece of shit.
All right. Make that roll for rite of binding. Success.
Awesome.
All right. So you guys start following the trail, and you do find a small town that is basically like under the eye of the storm. There are several ghosts here from various walks of life. And you see many looking around, some looking at you with fear, some with suspicion, some with a bit of hope, but all of them knowing that you're alive and are deeply confused by that fact alone. What would you like to do?
Does the trail, like, fully end here, or now it's unfollowable?
It goes through the town, but most of the trail you saw were this town going through that area and grabbing things. So they might at least have a better idea of what you're looking for and where it might have gone.
And this is in as far as the town's concerned, this is just mismatched pieces and parts of the world shattered out where they kind of created this little town here.
Yeah, it's a lot of the ghosts from the DC, Maryland, Virginia area just huddling here to survive.
Hey man, we'll pick one. Go start talking to somebody. Sit down next to them if they're on the ground.
Okay.
Whatever.
They start talking to you as they go. Rare to get a live one round here.
Oh, I'm either stupid or lucky. How long have you been down here for?
50 years.
How much has changed now?
Well, in terms of who comes here, not as much as one would hope. But in terms of the geography, quite a bit with this maelstrom. Legions in shambles. And maybe this is related to you all. We saw something bubble in and break when it touched the maelstrom. It's why we all rushed to see what we could find. And we tried our best, but we were also trying to beat other things. A fissure opened up along that way as he points, and you recognize that as where some of the trail continues. Folks hid in here or fought back, but it's a rift that goes into the labyrinth to the heart of oblivion. And strange spirits, or strange ghosts, have been coming out of it, specters of all shapes and sizes, and new ones I've never seen before that look like they're blended with technology of some sort, hunting for something. We saw fabric being blown, and those creatures, they left us alone trying to rush for that.
I always thought that when you all were pulled there, what came back was either broken or didn't come back at all. But I'd also heard tell of somebody that was making promises about bringing you all back. Is that still happening?
Oh, I've heard the rumors of this so-called good doctor, so good that he can bring someone back from death. But you don't get through 50 years down here listening and accepting nonsense like that. Though maybe there's some truth to it, because that metal definitely came from the land of the living.
How can you tell?
We have eyes for it. When you look at something, you can see it dying, unless it's naturally from here. I see you. I see gray hairs. I see the creases of stress on your face, the hard life you've lived constantly. I see you and how close you are to death. And it seems to me, sir, and I do not mean to sound insensitive, but it seems death travels very close to all of you. I see the blood on your hands, but that metal, it looked rusted. But metal that comes here, that has been crafted, is either soul steel, or, if it was of great importance, the rust is gone, and it's an artifact from the living world, something that used to be and now is here.
Well, I'll tell you what, I've never been so flattered to talk to somebody in my life. What were you all able to scavenge? Anything?
Found some various things, paper, things like that, things we can use to keep records. We found some other things, guns, things like that we're able to use against the specters now. They were destroyed in whatever happened out there. And then building material. Marble just appeared. Chunks, what looked like the Congressional building, to my eyes, just appeared here, and we were able to take some of that before the Maelstrom destroyed it and use it to reinforce our houses and some of our walls.
So he's talking about the things that happened through the destruction and the nuclear strike that occurred in DC, and not necessarily the things from that den realm that would have collided here.
That's correct, yeah. The only thing he mentioned is the kind of tent thing that looked both alive and different. That the other, like, the specters were chasing. The metal ones.
Right. And Zeb will ask about that and point, and that's in that direction, too.
Yeah, the Maelstrom was blowing it closer to the fissure. We didn't want to fight. Looked important, looked powerful, but...
And they're still looking for it?
Far as I know. But we don't go close enough. The Maelstrom rips our corpus apart sometimes. Or fills you with dark urges so that you become one of them.
And they're just getting worse now? Those things are opening up?
Yeah, and he stops for a second, as if he's hearing something else. Yes, they are.
We'll, leave you two alone. And, short of us taking any rest here, I think we know the direction we need to head. Is there anyone else you all want to talk to?
Not that I know.
Is there anything we can do about that fissure?
I have no earthly idea. I don't know if it's even ever been tried.
And the metal amalgamations. Any guesses?
My first thought was reaver spirits.
The engineer, to your point, Howls-In-Memory.
Well, I do wonder if they know about the other pieces, or if they just got lucky. Obviously we know where the nukes hit, but if they actually know how to access this, you'd think they'd just be able to go through the way we did, but they bothered to make their own fissure.
And they're still mortal, even with all that power and all that influence.
Good chance, though. Then the engineers at the White House.
Or damn near all three of them.
I'd bet they split up, go to the other sites.
They recruited within us, man. One of the things that I heard them say earlier when we spoke to that general was talking about planting those seeds, the same thing that almost happened to Sacred Stone. Those types of seeds were planted in other places of power like that, and they came home to roost, germinate, whatever amalgam here of references I'll make here, a metaphor. Here we are. What could have happened? We'd better hurry.
Yeah.
You guys start going. I will need one more. I'll need actually a stamina athletics from everyone. Difficulty, I'll go difficulty 8 for the journey.
Jesus Christ. I am rolling like crap tonight.
Okay, that's okay. You all succeeded. Yep. So, you start moving through, getting bashed, battered. It takes, you assume, a day. It's hard to tell here. You can't see the sky. There are no stars, the constant wind streaming before you see the massive fissure that cracks down into the earth.
All right, so grab a partner and fly down.
All right.
Yeah.
You start flying down. You see it's like perfectly carved stone, twisting in hundreds upon thousands of directions as you move down crack by crack, and you see scribbles and runes and normal writings across thousands, hundreds of thousands of languages, some long forgotten, some lost to time, some supernatural, and many mortal. But you see a fresh trail of blood on one.
It's a sign if I ever saw one.
Let's follow it.
Keegan, what's the blood smell like?
Rotten. Old blood, but it has the consistency of fresh blood. Or in the back of your mind, you just hear the chittering, "She's still here. You can save her." And the voice of Eleanor, "Cora!" Zeb, you hear the chittering of your father. "Fucking boy. At least he changed. Better than what can I say about the others. What a disappointment. Running around half-cocked, one-eyed. Shattering his face for something that never cared for him. Worthless piece of shit. Ain't half half the person his sister was, and less than half the Garu his mother be. William, you hear some of the kin from the complex kind of shouting, screaming, it's talking about burning, guns firing, as if they're still fighting the good fight against Garu. Dimitri, you hear some of the kinfolk. Hey Dimitri, hand me that wrench over here. Yep, that's how you fix the engine, bud. Oh, fuck! Ah, why is it so hot? Dimitri, how are you getting me a red hot... Ah! Echo in the back of your mind. Kyle, you hear, I just didn't want to be homeless anymore. I know I done wrong. Did you have to shoot me for it? You saved him in the end. Mark, you hear the dying screams of your parents over and over again, the deeper you go.
Just remember, fellas, you might feel like a worthless piece of shit, but Al already told us that already.
Truth.
It's you poor saps and bears showing love and affection that have to be worried.
From the sounds of it, I don't have anything to be worried about.
As you keep walking, Kyle, and you hear this poor woman weeping, just constantly, and she goes, I can't believe they put me in that tube. I told them my tires were popped. The car wouldn't function. Uber fucked up. I got to the job interview a couple days late. Oh, turned me into something. And then there's that monster. Oh, that horrible monster that tore me apart. Why did this happen to me?
You were saying?
Keegan, is there a way to tell, perhaps, if this is something else targeting us, or if this is the effect of the realm and protections?
This is very clearly this realm. I will need willpower rolls. Diff 9 to shut it out completely. Diff 8 to shut it out mostly.
I appreciate Tyler going for the generally quieting them down.
I don't want to hear his voice, you know?
Well, it's
I took
not
the
a
Tyler
botch.
approach.
Oh,
Not a botch. Do you want to use your mulligan?
I feel like I might have to use my mulligan for the dragon.
Cora's like, nah, let them bitches cry.
I am saying that you are very optimistic we will get to the dragon tonight. At 7:41.
Yeah. Some people actually have to sleep tonight.
Sleeps for the week. I don't know. Sure, I guess. Why not? I will trust Keegan. Mulligan it.
That's dangerous.
Ooh.
I know. Yeah. Fuck off.
Well, with that, you find the artifact, you get back, and holy shit, there's a dragon. No.
Wow, well that was the easiest artifact we found.
I
didn't we
really
do this
really just wanted you to blow your mulligan, yes.
Yeah, I figured.
yeah.
I figured.
No.
I know that you control all of the rolls that we get.
All of them. All of them. All right,
Everything.
so you still hear the whispers pretty consistently, Cora, of just Eleanor. You hear Bee's parents, actually, asking why you weren't a better friend to Bee, why you let her destroy them, why did you let Kyle kill Bee's mom in front of Bee and set her down the dark path? Her dad talking about all the horrible shit, unfiltered, that Bee did to him. Kyle, it sounds like people calling from like a room over, so it's muffled, so you're not making out specific rooms or specific words, but like general vibes and general identities of the people in your life that have died.
I'll think to myself, well, I'm sure some of them didn't deserve it.
Incredible. All right. As you're moving through, you do see one of the supposed ghosts that they talked about. Its arms long and fleshy, no skin, with muscles and sinew stretching on to long hands, each finger perhaps 6 to 8 inches long, tipped with a 1 to 2 inch claw. As it looks around, chittering. You see the bones shifting and shambling under the muscles, with plates of metal hanging on it that seem to be pulsating as if they could expand at a moment's notice, as well as kind of like spider-like appendages of metal holding it up as it turns and starts looking around, before you see that it has metallic eyes of crimson as it looks at you, and it screams the voice of one who has been tortured over and over and over again, its tongue flailing between filed teeth. You see the quick of the teeth still exposed on these dagger-like appendages as it starts to move towards you. What would you like to do?
Well, are we gonna fight or are we gonna
Oh,
go around?
I think we're not gonna have this behind us when we need to turn back and come out of here, right?
Fair enough.
So, I think we're gonna activate Spirit Ward first. Fuck this guy and everything around him.
Ghosts don't count as spirits.
No, God damn it!
And you would know that because Mark has tried multiple times and it's bit him in the ass every time he's tried.
That's right.
So I mean, not to question that statement, but we don't fully understand what this thing is mixed with, right? Is it just ghost and living metal, or is it ghost and weaver spirit?
Unlikely to be weaver spirit.
Okay.
Because a Gaian spirit entering the Dark Umbra is anathema, and a spirit of order would be slowly destroyed by that contradiction.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, Dimitri only mentioned Weaver's spirits earlier because that's what he would be familiar with.
Would True Fear work on this guy? Does he have a willpower?
He does have a willpower. It's 10.
Okay.
Well, sneak or fight. It's kind of too late to sneak.
Yeah, we should
just
probably
fight.
kill it.
Yeah.
So this thing moves incredibly fast. So it's going to go first, and then we're going to go... Cora, William, choose who goes first.
Roll it off. Roll off.
Just one... Yeah, just roll a single D...
There
we go. There. So it's Cora. So it'll be Thing, Cora, William... Let's go with Kyle, because he's always last, and I want to do something nice for him. Zeb, Mark, Dimitri. All right, so the thing's going first. It's going to rush Cora.
All right, cool. Do I have an opportunity to dodge?
You do.
Thick.
All right, it hits. So do roll soak, and you have to roll willpower diff 9.
For soak?
Soak first, and then the diff 9 willpower on top of that.
2. And then willpower, 1 success. So 2 soak and 1 willpower.
All right, so the soak, you take 3 points of ag.
Okay.
And the willpower roll is whatever the damage was that you need. Or you need 2. So it hits, and you are greeted by visions of the people you heard, including the one lady that was talking to Kyle, because you're both semi-responsible for that one, forming out of your flesh and crying and weeping as they fall off of you as you see your own exposed bones. The psychological shock will give you a -2 die penalty for 3 turns.
Okay. Gross. Don't like that.
You do.
Yeah.
Especially because you got Eleanor going, Cora, why? Falling down and then splattering on the ground.
How close is Illumin's?
Pretty close. You guys were right next to each other. What were you thinking?
Scream of Gaia.
Oh.
But that will knock everybody down.
I see.
It's my own pack. And they are not my own pack. And unfortunately, we've been silly and haven't made a temporary pack with them. So, I guess we're gonna, stick with the Snarl of the Predator.
Okay.
5 successes. He has -1 die to his pools per success for the next 3 turns. So,
Alright, so -5. Alright, cool. Alright. William, what you doing?
Quick question. The metal, is that magical armor or just armor?
Probably
can I tell
magical,
just by
because
looking
as
at
it's
it?
fighting, it turned into liquid and actually is like forming armor plates on it.
That's all I needed to know. Okay. I'm going to spend 2 points of rage to attack 3 times with my claws.
Okay.
And then I'll also spend another point of rage to activate Wind Claws.
Cool. And that removes all armor, mundane and magical, yes?
Correct. As I believe it's magical only, but I'll double check.
No, it's both magical and mundane.
Okay.
It'd be real
Well, then
fucking
maybe-
weird if it was only, like, someone's just like, oh shit, werewolves better get the normal Kevlar, put the magical Kevlar back in the fucking...
I think the description talks about, like, going through, like, walls and steel doors and shit. So, you'll get it.
Yeah, I thought there was something about it that says I couldn't do it, but yeah. Anyway. So I'll roll over.
Alright, you had 3 ag, second attack, so he soaked it.
Yep.
Once all your attacks are done, we'll have to do one other thing.
Okay. 6 this
6,
time.
that's
I'll take
nice.
it.
Wonderful,
Oh,
you did
man.
9 damage as you rip him to shreds, just absolutely decimating it. However, I still need a willpower roll, diff 9, because you did touch him. You made physical contact with him.
Fair enough. 60, 10, 9, 1. Not a botch.
Not a botch, but still. So now you are taking another die penalty. You're taking a 2 die penalty
Okay.
because as you see the faces of all the kinfolk who died trying to protect their relatives in the Cyberdog purge that you witnessed forming out of your flesh, screaming obscenities at you, screaming about how you were a monster, a defiler, one who is not a true Garu, cockroach's bastard, as you just see your bones hanging there as they continue to scream as you walk through them, their faces forming in the dirt before you stomp upon their memory. Still gotta find that fetish, boys and girls.
Let's move on.
Yeah, we'll keep on keeping on.
Yep. As you do see some of the writing, Cora, you do get a glance at one, and it says she sees the failure of her loved one falling upon the earth after battling that which should not exist, written on the wall.
I will stop and, like, look at it like, what the heck? Because she's not that smart. Zeb, what does this mean?
And it's ancient. This looks like it's been here for decade or millennia.
I can hazard a role-playing guess or do a
Well, as
roll.
no, you keep reading and you see, and so then the one who speaks no louder than a breeze will tell her the answers that she seeks as she gazes onto the restless oblivion.
We're adding to this place in this very moment as it changes. So we will press on.
The last one you see, Cora, that seems to pertain to you is only she with 2 heartbeats will choose pain and war.
Okay. Just in my mind, I'm like, well, I have no option other than to choose war, but I can also just choose pain for myself because it gives less pain to, people I care about.
Moving through, trying to follow the bloodstains, you see 3 of these things holding something. They're moving towards where it starts to open up, and you see a void in the distance as they start moving the artifact towards it.
You want to call the rust?
Let's do it.
It's about a car's worth of metal between the 4 of them.
That's what I figured. All right, here we go.
Boom!
3 successes.
As their metal starts to rust and their eyes start to rust over and fall out of their skulls, the things fall over and screech, and you hear silence. Not that it is silence, but that silence bellows from that void, calling all towards it. You'll have to go quickly.
All right, I think we grab... What is it?
It's a tent.
It's a tent! So it was.
It's a tent bound with earth spirits that defend against the elements. It's a hunting tent, so that one can sit in and potentially fire a bow from it.
How about it? All right, let's get the hell out of here.
As you start running and you feel anger in the nothing, and you see streams and wisps of non-existence rising from the void. Please give me a dexterity athletics roll. Diff 8, you need a total of 3 successes. As you run, some of the streams do strike Kyle, Dimitri, and Mark. I need to ask, Dimitri, what would you say your happiest memory is? And the same question to Kyle and Mark.
This is like a hard question, Keegan. Like, legitimately a hard question, because, like, I had some, and then they all got tainted. So...
I'm going to say one of Dimitri's happiest memories was after his first change, and while he was still getting settled in at the Sept of the Winterfang, when he figured out how cars worked and fixed up his first car.
As you see that memory literally ripped from you in the streams of non-existence, it takes the shape, a mix of it playing constantly as it is pulled into the void, destroyed, and the only memory of it you have left is knowing that it is lost.
Mark's happiest memory is when he was given his first mission, and that was to go seek out Fomori's Bane to help them out. And he's never ran so fast before, ever. He was so happy. He felt like he had purpose.
The purpose remains, but the reason as to why is gone, as it once again is ripped from you. The memory screaming into the void, the gibbering cries, begging of your past self, and the memory gone, except the knowledge that there is an absence.
Kyle's is the first time he went back to the Sept after talking with Steven about how Steven just wanted to be in Krynos sometimes, and that he felt like he was lesser because he was always in other forms, and he wanted to be in his natural form, and they just sat around and talked.
It's the same thing. The last thing you hear is the echoing weeps of Steven as that connection that you had leaves your mind. When you get back to the fissure and are able to fly back up, you're able to travel across the underworld to get back to DC. It's been about a day, travel and searching all together. And so how this plays out, we'll have to find out next time. Thank you to everyone who listened. We'll catch you in that next episode. Bye.
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 See you then.